Hey everyone, and welcome back to Storytime. My name is Jake, and today we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/idontworkherelady, where people mistake random customers for actual employees. Woman stops me at Walmart on my day off, and I throw up on her. So I've worked at Walmart for 3 years, and I never experienced any of the rude customers or general craziness associated with Walmart. Well, it's my day off, and I happened to get sick to my stomach. I had already thrown up twice, so my mum decided to take me to Walmart to get the things I needed to get better. She insisted that I just stay in bed while she gets the things, but she often got the wrong things, so I decided to go get them myself. Big mistake. When we arrived, we started to get our things and tried to get out as fast as possible, since I was starting to feel really bad. When we were on our way back to the checkout, this woman stops us. I recognised her since she was there the day before when I was working. She started to ask me about stuff, and I had to tell her that I wasn't working today. She huffed and said, "You can still help me out. All I want to know is where the dog food is." I point at the direction of the dog food and tried to get out of there because my stomach was starting to hurt. She stops me again and says, "I already looked over there and I couldn't find it. Just come show me." My mum tells the lady that I'm sick and that I don't have time to go with her and to just find someone else to help her. She tells my mum to shut up and looks back at me and says, "It'll just be a few minutes. Come on and help me find it." My mum tells this woman to back off and leave me alone, but the woman is insistent that I help her. Just then, it feels like somebody had grabbed my stomach and started squeezing it, and I started to throw up. Unfortunately for the lady, I had been facing her and threw up all over her pants and shoes. She screamed, but it wasn't stopping, and I kept going. She had backed up after I'd started and was screaming for a manager. My mum was holding me while I tried to stop, but the pain in my stomach was just too much and I kept going. One of the cashiers saw what was going on and immediately radioed for a manager and custodian. One of the managers comes over and sees the mess, and the lady is crying to him about how I puked all over her. My mum tells him that I was trying to leave, but the lady wouldn't let me. The manager takes her to the back, and the cashier, whom I'm friends with, takes me outside and sits with me while my mum goes to pay for the stuff. I honestly didn't mean to throw up on her, but as soon as it started coming up, I couldn't stop it. I feel bad for the custodian who has to clean up my throw up, and I feel bad for the lady since I hate throwing up and I can only imagine how it feels to have someone throw up on you. I'm also dreading the day I have to go back, since I know that this story is going to spread like wildfire. Surprisingly enough, the lady ended up admitting that it was her fault since she kept me there when I clearly needed to get out of there. Everything is okay now, but man was that the most embarrassing moment of my life. That lady definitely got what she deserved, but I'm glad she knew she was in the wrong after. You're always a waitress. It doesn't matter what restaurant we're in. I'm a waitress at a local restaurant. On my day off, I scheduled a lunch date with a guy from school. Traffic was brutal, so he was running late. I was sitting at my table, looking at the menu. No, this is not the restaurant I work at. It isn't the same kind of food as the restaurant I work at. It is geographically nowhere near the restaurant I work at. A woman came up and took my menu out of my hands. "Why are you just sitting here? We've been waiting for service for 45 minutes. No, they hadn't. They came in the same time as I did, 10 minutes ago, and they had already gotten drinks. "Ma'am, I don't work here." I didn't recognise her at this point. "Don't lie to me. You're a waitress. You served me just last week. Don't you remember?" I vaguely remember her coming into my restaurant now, because she complained her meal wasn't served with hot sauce, then sent it back because it was too spicy. I am a waitress at the local Mexican restaurant, but I am not a waitress at this burger bar. She says, "Same difference. You're a waitress. Get a pen and paper and take down our orders." I am a waitress, but not here. I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch like you are. I'm not employed here in any capacity. To which she replies, "But you're a trained waitress, and this place is clearly running behind. Don't you people take an oath or something?" A little bit of r/malicious compliance kicked in, because I rarely get to stand up to this kind of stupidity in my role as a server, because 99.9% of the time, it happens while I'm actually at work. So, I went over to their table with a pen and paper from my backpack. I wrote down all their orders. I said it would be 45 minutes and to just sit tight. I even brought over ketchup they asked for. Just grabbed it off another table. Then, I left. I texted my date to meet me at a place a few blocks over. The next day, the lady had called my boss at my actual restaurant, as well as totally unleashed on the manager at the restaurant I was dining at. I felt bad when I realised the tough spot I'd left the people who actually worked there in, so went back the next day to apologise and follow up on the aftermath. Thankfully, they were chill and we had a great laugh over it. They were like, "We were so confused because she described the server with explicit details, but no one remotely like that works here, so we thought she'd lost her mind." My boss knew who I was from her description and told them he takes this very seriously and asked what day this occurred. Then when they told him, he said, "You must be mistaken because that's that server's day off and she wasn't here." After some irate yelling and screaming at my very friendly manager about how I still need to represent the restaurant wherever I go, she gave up. Now to just cross my fingers she doesn't come by my actual restaurant. This waitress oath that I'm thinking of, I could just imagine someone in the street like passed out, and you know when they say, "I need a doctor," and then the doctor says, "Yes, I'm a doctor." They just do the same thing with a waitress, like, "Oh, I need a waitress," and someone sat down having their meal, and they just go, "Oh, I'm a waitress," and just runs over. I don't work here, but you should probably stop shoplifting. I used to work as a suit and tie type salesman. I was in a Walmart where we sold stuff, but we weren't employees of the store. I got to know the secret shopper security people pretty well, because after you pitch them 3 times, they tell you they work here. One day, I have a lady walk up to me. "Thank God I found a manager. This man has been stalking me." I don't work here. In hindsight, you don't tell people this, but I'm oblivious as hell. That's store security. You should probably put back what you were trying to steal. By the way, who do you have for your TV service? Comcast. Wait, you don't work here? Nope. You can't help me. And she turns on her heels and proceeds to walk out the store and get stopped by her quote-unquote stalker. Turns out she stole a non-functioning display phone and got arrested. Brilliant lady, wish her the best. No, I am not his manager. I'm the security guard. A short but sweet incident happened while at work. I normally arrive and park in the customer parking at work and walk in wearing my security uniform, grey business shirt, logo, security in large letters on the back. As I walk in, I see the manager dealing with a small group of patrons. The entitled patron walks up to me and begins. "Your staff member here needs to be punished. He's racist and refusing to serve us." Entitled patron has a slurred voice. None of her party appear sober. Right, hold on. I go to talk to the manager. Refusal of service, offensive behaviour, etc, etc, etc. I walk back to the entitled patron. Well, I am the security guard. It says on my shirt. He is the manager of this establishment. He has refused you service under the Alcohol Act and I am asking you to leave. Refusal to leave will result in a police attendance and a $5,462 fine. So you're not his manager? No. You should change your uniform then. You should read what the shirt says before making assumptions. Have a good night. Come on, Karen, just read the shirt. Ice cream adventure. I work at a retail store where we dress in khaki pants and a black polo shirt. I sometimes am too lazy to do laundry, so I will wear a black polo without the store name on it. One of these days, I went by a newly remodeled grocery store near my house. I was doing my shopping, looking for something to snack on, when a lady in her 50s says, "Excuse me, where is the ice cream?" I then look at the lady and say, I'm not sure, but let's go find it. I was wanting a snack and the lady mentioned ice cream, and that sounded good to me. As we are walking, I am talking to her about how the store remodel has moved everything around and I have no idea where anything is. We make it to the back of the store and I say, "It used to be here, so it has to be nearby, right?" Then she just gives me a weird look and I realise it just clicked in her head. She asks, "Do you work here?" I reply with, "Nope, but we are on an ice cream adventure." She has a laugh and follows me. We eventually find it and part ways with her, thanking me and laughing the whole time. I know it's not the craziest story, but it was fun. I have this happen all the time, but rarely do I ever act on it like this. I normally just tell them, "I don't work here, lady." Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you did, then please do leave a like on it as it helps out so much. If you want to submit your own stories, then you can do so by clicking the link in the description for the Discord. Here you can submit them into the Stories channel where other people can read yours and we might do a video on it one day. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now or check out the playlist down below. But thank you again, and I will see you soon.